What is the win for the Raiders in 2024? I'm seeing a lot of different people in comments or making videos on the YouTubes, kind of in a couple different camps. And one is, the tanking camp, which I'm going to try not to go on a rant about tanking, but it's not real. I mean, let's get real. There's all these players fighting for their livelihood, and the same goes for the coaches. Do you think they're really going to try to do their worst and, hope that will, one, even let them stay with the organization for the year? And it also puts you in this super weak loser mindset of savior mode. Oh, we got to get the number one college kid. This college kid's going to come save us. No. Half of the first round draft picks are busts. A lot of first overall draft picks are busts. And it doesn't mean they have an awful career. What it means is everybody overhypes the hell out of them. It's part of a solution sometimes. Nowadays, we don't even give them time to develop. We expect them to come in and be a savior right away. And this TikTokification of everybody's brains has somehow warped its way into sports and football, where people don't have developmental periods anymore. It's you come in and you help us win right away, or you're out of here. Or if you don't, win in the first season, clean house on the entire coaching staff. And it's like, who brought them in here? I feel like we should probably have to stick with our choices for a little bit. Anyhow, trying not to rant. The other one is, to be competitive. So, people want to tank or they want to be competitive. They want to see wins on the board. You can't have both. You got to choose one. Here's what I'm seeing. People basically rooting for the Raiders to lose. I don't ever, as a player, you never want to go out there and lose. You always want to win. You always want to ball out. But as a fan, how could you ever root for your team to lose? One. Two, then you go and, piss off all over the internet and talk about how upset you are and talk a bunch of trash about the Raiders when they do lose. Pick one side. It's double negativity. Choose what you want. Because you can't have both. And again, 50% of first-round draft picks are busts compared to our expectations. And you know what resentments are made of? Our expectations. We're putting all of this emotional turmoil on ourselves because we're hoping for, one, a bad outcome for our team. And then two, putting all of our hope into this savior mode college kid. You got a 50% chance of that doing you dirty, doing you wrong. And now, again, back to this, social media mindset that everybody has. You could have this kid, who goes and wins a Super Bowl in year 2. And then the next year he plays bad for 3 games and everybody's going to be saying, oh, let's trade him, get him out. But it's like, this is so weird, man. What is the win? For me, we're in a good position right now going into the bye week. Not because of the record, not because of, the roster, the new coaches. I'm not one that's deep enough in any of that to speak intelligently about what these coaches bring based on their background, based on our schemes and the players that we have and the personnel. I'm not there. I'm not going to do that in good conscience. What I can say is that going into a bye week can either be amazing or it could be the worst thing ever, because you go, and it's going to be the worst ever right now for the Raiders because, we got slapped in the face by the Bengals. And that can go one of two ways depending on the mindset, the culture, the shifting of the mindset. Like you got a bad taste in your mouth for a couple of weeks and you can't get it out until you go prove yourself the other way, until you can go get back on that field and make some plays and do the right things. I remember, I can't remember if it was a bye week or not, but playing poorly and then going, just shaving my head and coming back, just, foaming at the mouth. I'm going to find a new way. I'm going to tear through more film, tear through more weights, and I visualized myself making the plays that I missed and went back the next week and had, I think, double-digit tackles or close to it. But we have this opportunity right now where people can kind of let this eat at them in a healthy way. Because if it doesn't bother you, then what are you doing? I was always a player that you try to use, every player, they try to use everything to fuel you in some way. So if you went in with a win, it feels great because now you also get you get a little bit of a break, let your body heal up either way, but you have this positive mindset, good taste in your mouth, and you're like, all right, let's keep stacking the wins, stack the wins, stack the wins. I'm going to come back even better. They thought that was good, just wait. And then, if you go and you don't play well and you have 2 weeks to sit around and think about it, you're not going to sit around. Hopefully you'll use that as fuel to first and foremost try to prove it to yourself. Like, I'm so much better than that. I'm disappointed. Damn it, I want to do better. And I'm going to when I come back, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that happens. And hopefully that gives you a kick in the butt to go make it happen. Now, a lot of guys, they can get too comfortable. You don't want to get, I don't know. They just, a lot of guys in the league, I don't know how to put it into words other than they just don't understand how brief their stay is. They also don't understand, like, the weightiness of every play and the weightiness of, like, they could be out of there right now, and they don't believe that, and they're always shocked when, like, they get the call. So, it's again a good opportunity to see what guys are going to come out of this. There could be a mindset shift, and that, for me, that's the win. Like, it's a crappy season, yes. Can you focus on crappy? Yeah, you can double focus on it if you're like a lot of Raider fans like right now. Let's tank. Let's lose all our games, and also, damn, I'm so pissed that we're losing all these games. Or you could be like, okay, hey, I liked what I saw out of JPJ at center. Man, I really like his mindset. Man, I liked how the juice that Jacoby Myers has been bringing lately. Man, you start focusing on the good things, but more important right now than a lot of those is just the mindset. Like, are these guys going to come back with some piss and vinegar? There can be absolutely a big shift at the second half of the season. Even if that doesn't translate to playoffs or anything, very likely will not. But you want to see that there's momentum going this way into the offseason. You don't have to hope for the whole, organization to just crumble so that you can get the coaches and the players that you want. Because, again, newsflash, there's a high percentage likelihood that they won't work out either. I don't know if it's more than 50%, high percentage, but it's a good chance that you're setting yourself up for, disappointment again. Like, if you're going to be a Raiders fan through and through, love all of you, but let's find some things to celebrate, because you're just making your experience miserable by only focusing on how pissed you are. I've been a fan for decades and they're just so crap. Well, it's like, okay, that's cool. The thing that you recreationally watch, you're just going to find a way to piss and moan about. I don't know. I want to see some guys coming back with some fire and some fire in their eyes and some fire that you can feel even through the television screen, playing from whistle to whistle. And I'm going to be looking for it. Guarantee I'll find some guys because I'll be looking for it. And I hope you will be too. Raider Nation. Love y'all.